The classic Speedmaster has always had a black dial. I don't know about you, but when I close my eyes and I think of a Speedmaster, I always picture it with a black dial. But earlier this year, Omega finally released a regular production white dial Speedmaster. As a brand, they're very good at teasing us, and it was first spotted on the wrist of Daniel Craig several months before it was officially announced. And yeah, it's just a Speedy with a white dial, so there's nothing revolutionary about that, right? But I actually think there's so much more to it than that. And the more I think about it, and after having been hands-on with one recently, I actually think this might be my favourite release of 2024. We'll get into all the details, but before we do, if you're new here, my name's Simon and I mostly talk about watches. And if you like watches too, then please hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified when future videos drop. My goal for the channel for 2024 was to get to 10,000 subscribers. Now, I'm almost there, and if you can help me get over the line before the end of the year, I will be hugely grateful. And I'll make you a promise to work harder than ever to bring you better content and more brands. So just like its black dial brother, this white dial Speedmaster Moonwatch Professional has the same 42mm stainless steel case and bracelet, which articulates really well, and the clasp has a useful sliding system for on-the-fly micro-adjustment. But it's also available on a perforated leather strap or on a rubber strap. And it uses the same 3861 manual wind movement with 50 hours of power reserve. While it's a descendant of the original Caliber 861 that you'll find in Speedmasters going right back to the time of the moon landings in 1969, the 3861 is a thoroughly modern movement. It's rated to cost chronometer standard, as well as being METAS certified, which means it offers superior accuracy, as well as being resistant to magnetism of up to 15,000 Gauss. And at first glance, the colour of the dial might seem like the only difference, but look more closely, and there's more to it than that. You see, the dial here has a lacquered finish, so it's glossy and has almost a milky kind of quality. And instead of the printed hour markers of the black dial version, on this white dial Speedy, the indices are applied. Okay, big deal, you might say. But these applied semi-floating indices add a real depth that you just don't get on the black dial version. Like the hands on this one, they're finished in a glossy black PVD coating. This gives them a really deep black effect, which really contrasts with the white dial. It's the same with the applied Omega icon, and the Speedmaster script is in red here, and it matches the red tip of the chronograph seconds hand. This treatment, with a lacquered white dial and high-polished black hands and indices with red accents, may be new to the Speedmaster, but it isn't new to Omega. You see, we've seen this before. Just take a look at the white dial Omega Seamaster, and you'll see what I mean. But that doesn't mean that it's lazy design. In fact, I actually think it's quite the opposite. Omega's design team have taken an approach that works, and they've applied it here. And in doing so, they've created a synergy, a familiarity between two of the key models in their portfolio. And I think it really works. I mean, I've always had a soft spot for the classic black dial Speedmaster Moonwatch. I'm not really sure why I've never had one in my collection. But with this one, with the white dial, I feel like Omega have kept that iconic Speedmaster design language, and at the same time, they've managed to make it look like a very different watch. Fresher and more modern, and somehow I think it looks more luxurious. And for a watch that's so closely associated with the Apollo space program, with that white dial and the black and red accents, it kind of reminds me of a Saturn V rocket. If you're a Speedmaster purist, and God knows there's plenty of them out there, then this new white dial one might not be for you. But I'd love to know what you think, so please do let me know down below in the comments. Do you prefer the classic black dial Speedmaster, or this new white dial one. And if you've enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button so YouTube shows it to other people too.